Money, Luvion, how's it going, guys? Sorry, just give me 2 seconds. I'm just working on fixing a couple things. I'm here. How's everyone? Lucius, how's it? I have seen you before. No, never mind. I have seen you before. How's it going? Um. That's done, that's done. I wasn't originally planning on streaming today, but then it was like, excuse me? Yeah, that's fine. But then, I was like, I had some time more than I expected, and it turns out I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow, so I was like, yeah, fuck it, I might as well stream today. You're doing a great. Yeah, I don't know about all that, buddy, but I'm happy to be here. I've been enjoying the Perfect Run story, so I'm good. I'm good to. Salavq, how's it going, man? I've been enjoying the Perfect Run story. This is fun. It's do you want to schedule? Oh fuck yes. You know what? You're right. Let me do that right now. All right. I'm gonna schedule them for let's say noon my time because the second one is like it's 14 chapters I think or something fucking stupidly long. So that'll be probably 5.5 hour stream. It's gonna be a long one. Fuck. God damn it. All right, let me get the chapter numbers. Luvion sent. Give me a second. What are the numbers? 71 to 80. Wait, did I follow that perfectly? What did I end at? 70. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So let's schedule these right now. Yeah, make sure you rest. Yeah, I have to do a 9-chapter stream the day before. Rest well. Okay, guy. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna put that as finishing Lord of the Mysteries. Man, Jesus, I'm actually getting teary-eyed over here. Excuse me. Oh man, I don't even fucking want to. Damn, that's so cooked. A book? Are you kidding me with this? It's fine. We're okay. Still reeling from the fact that I can't donate. Oh yeah, he'll live Salavq. Bullseye, how's it going, man? Seriously, you know what? Just ignore the memberships, man. Don't even worry about it. Like, you know, who the fuck even wants to donate memberships? You know, that shit's just, ugh, it sounds awful. Let's just stick to donos, you know? We're chilling. Okay, so the Saturday one is scheduled. Please, come on, dude, please. I don't want to. I'm gonna lose my dignity. Finishing Lord of the Mysteries. 1381 to 1395. Is that the number? What that is it? 94. I see. I just fucked that one up really bad. McSeely, how's it going, man? Again. Oh, I just cooked that one really hard. Shit. Delete, 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 delete. Never mind, I fucked that one really bad. Sorry, give me 1 second, guys, and then we'll start doing the regular stuff, okay? Cannot survive the mysteries. 1381 to 1394. Do 12th at noon as well. Finally moved into the new place. Oh, nice. That's good. How's the move, Solovki? I'm sure with you not being in perfect condition, this is a little bit more difficult than normal. Well, how is it? Okay, might come back later. I might be like 30. No worries, Maxili. Appreciate you coming by, buddy. That's good. That's good, man. That's good. Seriously, I might. I don't know how I would stream from. I don't know how, because I'm playing Ghost of Yotei right now, and I fucking love it. So, and I would like to stream it if possible, but I don't even, because it's obviously on the PlayStation, so I don't even know how I would stream that. I know there's a way to do it, I just don't know it. And chat should be up and running now. Did it drunk as shit, so didn't feel it. Cheers. This is just water. No worries, Plague. I appreciate you coming by, man. Cheers, because I'm still drinking. Oh, okay. In that case, cheers indeed. This is actually a gin and tonic. Bug, how's it going? The fuck? YouTube revamped their whole bullshit for streaming. It looks all different. Oh, good. I already did Wordle, so I'm not gonna do that because that's cheating. Gin and tonic is shit. Yeah, but I'm cutting weight, so I need like a clear alcohol. And what am I just gonna do? Shots of vodka or tequila? What am I, a fucking lunatic? Buzz. Oh, this is perfect. Oh. Pack? Just drink straight vodka. Yeah, you see what you see? I knew you were gonna go right there. Yeah, you see? It's bouquet of flowers, a bunch of flowers. Pack of flowers? Group? Okay, bunch, group, pack, crew. It's what I did to cut weight. No, I just find it a little. I'm not like, I don't drink every day. Who's asking? I don't know. What are you, the FBI? Shut up. Set up the. What the fuck is a throne money? I don't know what that means, brother. I'm happy to do that. I just don't know what that is. Oh, it's a fucking, it's a website. I see. Oh, I didn't know this. Oh, cool. Check and buy you shit? I mean, if you guys want to, if you guys, while I think PS5 have the ability to stream a capture card, could be an investment if you want to do other consoles. Well, it's the only console I have, but I think it would be better just because with just the PlayStation, you wouldn't get like a face cam or anything, right? It would just be the gameplay and I guess audio, because I could set that up with my mic. But so a capture card might be a good investment. Yeah, Stanley. Dude, I've seen this. A fucking suitcase for $2,000 is crazy work, man. Like, who the fuck is buying this? Excuse me? But yeah, whatever. Note, I will be buying you a cattail butt plug plus a made cousin just at your own risk. Alright. Listen, will I wear it on stream? For a price. Oh god, I don't know if Luvian's here to clip that, but that'd be bad. Fanny pack? Scat pack? It's all good, money, it's all good. Fuck off, no, that's not okay, no. Fuck, Luvian's here too. Oh, we're so cooked. Oh shit. It's fine. It's fine. I said it knowing the consequences. I said it knowing the consequences. It's fine. Fuck. Alter. Bouquet. Dirt, ring, talk, buzz, dish, chair. Okay, ring, chairs, bouquets, and a cake, like stuff that'd be at a wedding or something. Altar, wedding, yes. Okay, does anyone have any fucking idea? Because I don't know what the last ones are. I got no clue at all. Excuse me? Dirt, talk, fanny, buzz. Fanny makes me think like fanny pack, but I don't know. I can't get anywhere with that. Dish soap? I don't know. Dish out a beating? I don't know. Chair. I don't know what I'm going with. What the fuck is one away? Excuse me? Buzz, fanny, chair, scats. I feel like Buzz doesn't fit in here. And what? Oh my god, I pulled that. Oh my god, I pulled that out of my ass. Oh my god. What? Gossip. Ah. Let's go, baby. What are the odds on that? Oh my god. Let's do Lexicon and then we'll get started. Mother, mom, parent, while, time. Excuse me? It's gonna be a good day. Absolute cinema. Oh my god, it's gonna be a great day. Excuse me? Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay. Alright, wow. How does mother, time, and... I get how while and time connects, but how does time and mother connect? What? I don't know. I have to go have dinner after stream, so we're gonna try to run through these chapters as fast as we can, okay? Because I'm hungry, and boys, I don't do well when I'm hungry, okay? Ryan hated hospital rooms, even if useful for sanitation purposes. The constant whiteness made him feel sick and isolated. Hours had gone by since the orphanage battle. Its occupants evacuated by Dynamis and moved to one of the company hotels. Psyshock's victims had been put in an artificial slumber, laying on a warm bed with a respirator and brain scan devices near her. Wyvern stood by the window, clearly struggling against the urge to sleep. Will she be okay? Ryan asked. I know from experience you can recover from Psyshock's brain connection, but I have yet to see someone sedated after. How late are you having dinner? Yeah, it's like 8:30. Well, problem is, Luvian, I don't sleep till like 12:1 most of the time. So if I have dinner at like 7:38 or whatever, I get hungry and then I end up snacking, so that's not good for cutting weight. Plague, no worries, man. Thanks for popping by, buddy. Medic said her brainwave patterns are highly abnormal, Wyvern said. They will keep her in observation for a few days until they're certain that she's okay. This worried Ryan quite a bit, making him wonder if Psyshock had refined his powers since the last time they met. At least the vile psycho was dead for this loop, allowing the courier to relax. This is not the right music for this. Enrique Blackthorn Manada chose that moment to enter the room. Well, I believe congratulations are in order, the corporate mastermind said, putting flowers next to the window. A bit heavy-handed for my taste, but I expect collateral damage from your part. Romano. What will happen to the children? Wyvern asked. We will take care of them, Enrique said. They will be hosted in a secure facility far away from Rusttown, and many people voice their intention to adopt some of them. Let it not be said that Dynamis is not family-friendly. Of course, they would try to manipulate this for a publicity stunt. Well, I'm sure everyone cared about them before I posted these photos on the Dynanet, Ryan mused. Speaking of photos, Romano, I am highly disappointed in you. I remember telling you that your name was Time Lord now, yet you introduced yourself as Quicksave and his cat? Now the damage is done, and might be too late to correct that. Wait, that's what bothers you? Ryan asked. You're not mad about our adventure? Why would I be? Enrique said. You and Adam Cat saved an orphanage while dealing a savage blow to the city's criminal underbelly. You did great. Yeah, but I skipped training, and you said you didn't like loose cannons. I don't, but I believe you are under a misconception. You are free to do as you wish, as long as you accept the consequences. If your actions, no matter how irresponsible, lead to a victory, then obviously it was done with Dynamis' full support. If you fuck up, though, it's all on you. So, if I succeed, you take the credit, and if I fall, I take the blame? No. If you succeed, we share the credit. If you fail, you take the blame. I admire your pragmatism, sir. You are a genius. Enough with the fake servility, Romano. I've had enough of that from the trainees. Now, the bitter part. Oh, I know that expression, Ryan mused. You're gonna crush all our hopes and dreams with the dullest tone possible. You catch on quick, Romano. Vulcan is to be released. Wyvern's eyes widened. After she tried to murder two of our own? Why? No way. Wyvern, I understand how you feel, but no! If she gets away with a slap on the wrist, I fucking quit! As the silence stretched on, Ryan noticed the rose on Enrique's cashmere suit starting to grow thorns, shifting as if ready to jump from its holder and attack. Even the flowers near the bedroom window seemed to gain a life of their own. Believe me, Blackthorn said, I fully share your frustration, but I do not have the luxury to act on it, and neither do you. This comes straight from the CEO himself. Hector? Why? Wyvern asked. She's the only one who knows how to make advanced armors. If she's taken out, their entire operation just blows up. My father doesn't want to spark retaliation from Augustus, Enrique sighed. We are in a period of détente with him. Don Hector believes... Don Hector? Welcome back, Hector Salamanca. Don Hector believes another direct conflict would cost us more than sweeping this incident under the rug, especially after Tomcat's poaching. If Vulcan remains in custody, Mars and Venus may be able to convince their masters to get down from his mountain. What happened today wasn't a détente at all, Wyvern said. Can't you talk to your father about this? I tried, Enrique said. I even called Alphonse for support, but it didn't change a thing. It would have been a different story if someone on our team had died, but since both your teammates and Vulcan survived, she will be allowed to leave with a warning. If she or another capo tries anything like that again, though, it's war. Wyvern closed her eyes. This can't keep going like this, Enrique. Be patient, Wyvern. The time to clean the city will come. You've been saying that for 2 years, and it may be another 2 years if it prevents another Malta. But what happened in Malta? Ryan asked. It sank, Enrique replied. I must go, Wyvern. Quick save. At least he stopped using that name. Once Blackthorn left and the flowers turned inanimate again, Ryan glanced at Wyvern. The superhero's face had turned distraught. Wyvern, tell me, the armor is used by the private security elites. It's Vulcan's work, right? I heard you two were close. We were. Why are you insisting on the close part? Her obsession with you, it seems, I don't know, passionate. Devil, how's it going, man? I will have you know, Devil, we got Wordle in 4 today. We got connections in... We got connections. And we got Lexicon in 5 words, baby. Oh my god. We did so good today. Wyvern let out a sigh. Clearly not eager to speak about this. Wait, Wyvern looked at him. No, it's... She let out a sigh, clearly not eager to speak about this. Ryan waited, knowing she would speak if not pressured. She was my partner once, even before I joined Il Migliore. What's this novel even about? So our main character Ryan has time stop ability. So basically, he can save a checkpoint, and then and then if he dies, he just restarts at that checkpoint. So this is about. So this story so far seems to be about him trying to find his friend, and him acting as the superhero quick save. So he goes around, but he's like, I don't know, you know who Deadpool is. He's very Deadpool-esque, like his personality. So I love that. Like he just goes around. He's like, hey, I'm immortal, but don't tell anyone. And he says that to fucking everyone because he wants everyone to think he's immortal. Because if they think that, they won't know his powers are actually time saving. So I like it. I love the personality. I just fucking love that. Your sidekick? My partner, Wyvern insisted. She was the brains, I was the brawn. However, since I was the only one left in the field, the media and citizens attributed most of our success to me. Eventually, she tried to rebrand herself as a solo hero, but since she was a genius and the backbone of its high-tech military, Dynamis didn't want her out of the lab. She was too precious to risk in a direct confrontation. But she didn't see it that way. She felt sidelined and disrespected. So she stewed in her resentment, and eventually Augustus approached her with the promise of a cushy capo rank. And you never noticed? I guess you weren't that close then. She never told me before she exploded. How the hell was I to know? I trusted her. The bedroom door opened. A feline walked in. Wyvern, Adam Cat said. Quick save. You said the meta had a supply of elixirs? What made you think of that? I can tell when psychos suffer from withdrawals. He had long experience managing someone like Bloodstream. None of them were, and they hadn't behaved like normal psycho for weeks. It seemed the most likely explanation. Mosquito died in medical care. Ryan immediately caught on. Although Wyvern didn't. What are you suggesting? She asked. The reptilians. The reptilians struck again. They're everywhere. Wyvern stared at him without a word. She knew he was onto her. Can you be serious for a minute? Adam Cat replied. Don't you find it strange? He could have died of natural causes, Wyvern said. I hit him hard. Maybe, but if Quicksave's theory is right, then the meta must have gotten their extra elixir from someone. It is true that private security members tried to help Ghoul escape, but what you are suggesting is a very serious accusation. Someone inside Dynamis is clearly helping the meta, Adam Cat declared, supplying them with knockoff elixirs, info, and support. That's the only way. I don't know, Felix. Wait, your name is Felix? Ryan cut her off? And your superhero name is Adam Cat? I don't see the problem, he lied. Ryan didn't say anything, even if the jokes wrote themselves. Oh, Felix Feline. I see, okay. Wyvern waited a second for him to calm down before finishing her sentence. I don't doubt that some divisions of Dynamis are corrupt and that the meta could pay some off to provide intel and support. The Augusti do it too. That has been a problem for a long time. However, the elixirs are something else. For anyone to secure a steady supply, they would need cooperation from top execs or key people. Even the Augusti need to buy knockoffs through corrupt intermediaries. They could be making their own. The timing of you flaunting to Red about completing all the dailies and I come and say Felix the cat? Is that a... Yeah, before my time. They could be making their own, Ryan suggested. Even the Augusti haven't managed that yet, Wyvern dismissed. I'm more worried about that bunker Mosquito told us about. Honestly, I've always wondered why the Metagang never attacked Dynamis' establishments or tried to expand. Even their attacks on the Augusti were only an attempt to keep them out of Rusttown. It said everything about psychos that are attacking an orphanage was considered restrained on their part, so all they want is that bunker? They're trying hard not to draw attention to themselves, and if Adam wants it, it can't be good. Well, my good friends, the path is clear. We go to the junkyard and see it for ourselves. No, Bug, it came out in the 20s. I spent most of that decade in the war, so I don't, just cleaning up in Europe after the war, so I don't have much pop culture references from the time. Much to the consternation, neither seemed keen on the idea. If they want this bunker so much, they probably have all their heavy hitters there, Wyvern pointed out. Frank the Mad is stronger than me. Acid Rain possesses a devastating capacity for destruction. There, how old are you? Do you want the real answer or the meme answer? I can give you both or neither, or one. And Adam himself is as cunning as he is powerful. We also received reports that they recruited lone wolf psychos on the land. With Psyshock's demise, they will expect an attack. We need numbers, recon, and an attack plan. But can it be done? Adam Cat asked, or do we just let them go? Clearly, Enrique had given him the talk on his way out. Unlike the Augusti, though, Wyvern seemed optimistic. Real 22. The meta aren't Augustus, she said. Especially after that stunt. The public will want us to take action against them. She stopped talking, touching her earplug. What's up? Ryan asked. Another late-night commercial? It's the harbor. There's been a massacre. And no Felix the cat, that's my homeboy. Yeah, but all sorts of weird, obscure fucking cultural references. I'm not very cultured, okay, sue me. I never watched a lot of this shit growing up. As dawn started to appear beyond the horizon and fought off drowsiness, Ryan realized that he should have anticipated this. He had seen the assassin at the harbor, and the bathysphere shipment was scheduled long before the courier himself entered the picture. Of course, Zanbato would maintain it even without Ryan's presence. And with Ghoul's arrest, the meta sent Saren to attack the meeting alone. It seemed like a golden opportunity to score a few easy kills. Quick save and his cat, Felix the Atom Cat, muttered. As Ryan parked near the security cord Dynamis establishment and looked around, I should sue you. Your name is Felix, cat. It means lucky, Adam protested. You're never gonna let me live it down, are you? No, never. Then I will call you Quickie from now on. I'll be blunt. That makes it sound like you have a thing for me. Oh. I don't wish that on anyone. You're horrible. You wouldn't be able to handle half of me anyway. Yeah, that's just Devil. We just try to, it's his time of the month. Just ignore him. He'll be okay in like a couple days. Believe me, Kitty, if I took you, the experience would be so intense that you'd never be able to enjoy a girl ever again. I invented positions so powerful, the authorities made them illegal. Excuse me? When they arrived at the spot where Ryan had first met Luigi and his goons, the duo only found corpses and private security taking photos of the crime scene. Saren had left a few holes in the dock, indicating that she hadn't gone quietly. Her empty hazmat suit had been recovered, drained of most of its contents. Ryan wondered if she had somehow survived. The Augusti left nothing to interpretation. Luigi and his unpowered goons had been torn to shreds by sharp blades, their corpses tossed into the sea. Their blood colored the water red. Zanbato's armor had been short-circuited, like during the last loop, shocking him to death. Considering the hole in his chest, Saren had exploited the opportunity to land a direct shot at his vitals, killing him instantly. The Punisher strikes again, Ryan muttered to himself, feeling a bit of guilt upon seeing Jamie. He liked the guy. The courier knew that he could bring the swordsman back, and he had seen people die so often that he had grown rather numb, but still. After a shocked silence, Adam Cat seemed devastated. Fuck, it's Jamie. You knew him? Yeah, we were friends before I left, Adam Cat examined. Fuck! I knew this day would come. I knew it, but he has a girl at home, man. Fuck. Quickie, do you mind giving me a ride? You want to see his girlfriend? Ryan guessed. Yeah, I think an old friend should give the news. Even if I burned that bridge, Jamie deserved that. Ryan turned to his sidekick. Remember how he died last time. That's not a good idea. You think they'll target her next? Yes, this disaster confirmed the assassin wasn't after Ryan specifically, but the genomes associated with the Augusti. The courier felt a little wounded at not having a secret nemesis, though it didn't explain how that mysterious vigilante found out about his cooldown time. Outside of Dynamis, who could be mad enough to take an organization as powerful as the Augusti, and know Ryan enough to figure him out? Then it clicked. Oh, no fucking chance, Ryan said. What? I think I know who did this, Ryan replied, which is awesome and terrifying. So what do we do? Ryan showed off his cell phone and the location where he had hacked the hacker's IP address. We catch the lion in its own den, of course. It can't be them. Ryan searched around in his car trunk, finally putting his hands on his secret weapon, his coil gun, and a bag of flour. What do you know of Leo Hargrave's carnival, my feline friend? That they're both wandering heroes, marauders, warlords, dangerous genomes, and psychos, Adam Cat replied. They help communities pro bono, and they move on. They're modern, knight-errant, and not assassins. That's true, Ryan conceded. Which was partly why he respected them as a group. Even after the genomes they had caused him, they were also pragmatic knights. When they fight, they don't pull their punches, they hit hard and fast. And unlike most genomes, they use small unit tactics. You speak as if you fought them. I did, and they gave him his fair share of resets, especially in his early loops. I was present when they killed Bloodstream years ago and got caught in the crossfire. Now, usually, I love being in the middle of interesting things, but that day cost me something dear to me. Something? Or someone? Sharp cat. It had been the day Ryan drank his elixir, which he did to survive that disaster in the first place. He couldn't fully control his save point back then and ended up trapped in a suboptimal route. One which separated from Len. As the thought crossed his mind, Ryan glanced at the Mediterranean Sea. Dude, I swear I saw a sea and my brain immediately went to Mid-Seashire. Like, this is how fucking cooked Lord of the Mysteries had me. No worries, Nagato. Appreciate you popping by though, buddy. Thank you. The rising dawn refracting on its waters. As it turns out, the assassin had established their base in a ship graveyard between Rusttown and the old harbor. The supertanker he had seen on the shores was only the first of an army. Metal husks of a tanker, boats, and even aircrafts were lined up on a sandy shore, rusted by the salt water. Barnacles had their own homes on a belly of ships and Airbus planes alike. With the small alleys between each steel corpse, the IP signal came back from an isolated garage, a metal hangar partly built inside a cruise ship, probably some kind of chop shop. Rainy, toxic clouds appeared north. Though strangely, they moved against the wind and towards the harbor. Was it the doing of Dynamis blowing the pollution away? Adam Cat crossed his arms, remembering something. Dad once told me that he fought their original lineup years ago, before he and Mom adopted Narcinia. Augustus was still establishing his power base back then. He killed half of the carnival's members. Well, they had returned to finish the job. Better late than never. But I never heard anything about a glass manipulator. They have a lot of turnover, so this might be a new recruit, Ryan replied, considering the invisibility and the fact they often killed through bombs or mundane methods. Such a genome could easily fly under the radar, especially if all the witnesses are dead. I can't move the car closer or carry anything with screens. I'm pretty sure they can detect it. For how big a range? I don't know, Ryan replied, tossing his cell phone to the back seat alongside all electronic devices. He only kept a nuclear bomb and a rabbit plushie. They may already know we're here. Alright then, I'll stay in the car, and if you don't send a signal within half an hour, I'll call Wyvern for help. What about the mask goggles? Silly, they aren't made of glass. They're alien stuff. Right, and is that flour? Do you want to bake them a cake? They'll never see it coming. I know you won't listen, but don't do anything stupid. Oh, don't worry. I have more lives than your 9, Ryan replied. Though he would be lying if he said the situation didn't make him uneasy. The carnival members were powerful genomes, and that assassin had killed him twice already. A wrong move would result in another reset. I will say, I am so curious what this plushie is, bro. Everyone's hyping up this fucking plushie. Ryan realized now would be the perfect time for a stealth mission, but he was pretty sure it was useless. Instead, he shot the lock with his coil gun, the electromagnetic projectile going straight through the steel. "No country for old men," he shouted. Unlike the movie, no one welcomed him with a shotgun past the door. In fact, the garage didn't have any cars, engines, or ship parts. Instead, just several computer servers. Dozens of them in total. Loop. I have no idea, Wallflower. Someone in here ought to know, but I have no earthly idea. I'm going in blind to both. I'm going in blind to everything. I had no idea what Lord of the Mysteries was. No idea what this is. Also, Ryan noticed that he could see the ship graveyard through the windows easily. Yet he had seen none of the servers from the outside. Definitely an optical trick. Yeah, this wasn't a recent development. They must have spent weeks, if not months, setting up this safe house. Ryan approached the computer, currently displaying a large boring screensaver on 5 screens. It seemed he had busted the operation while the assassin was away, or so they wanted him to think. Without warning, the courier froze time, opened the bag of flour, and rotated on himself, spraying the white powder in every direction, on the screens, windows, servers, and corners. A humanoid torso appeared in front of him. "Here you are!" The flower hit some kind of invisible armor, so Ryan took the time to draw "Kill me, I'm a perv" on the chest. As time resumed, the figure froze as they found themselves with a coil gun to their head. "Gotcha, Invisiboy!" Or is it Invisigirl? I never can tell. "I'm faster than your finger on the trigger," Invisiboy replied. "Are we playing Lucky Luke? I can draw faster than my shadow, faster than time even." "I don't think you can stop time, Cesare Sabino. You only give the illusion of it," he replied. "Or is it Ryan Romano now?" "Ryan," the courier replied, trying to identify the voice. "I don't think we've met, though, Mr. Carnival." The figure let out a sigh. "We did, though you didn't know I existed back then." "Oh. I wonder if you were a new recruit or an invisible ace." "What should I call you, then?" Realizing that a fight wouldn't break out unless he started it, the genome became visible. His entire body was coated in bright blue glass from head to toe. The substance prevented Ryan from seeing anything. The armor was completely shapeless. the face round like a featureless doll. Ryan realized that this man mimicked invisibility by somehow bending the light around his armor, perhaps by using the same process used in a lenticular technologies. The courier could barely fathom the sheer control needed to pull that off. This was some powerful orange genome. You may call me Shroud, the man said. And if you haven't shot me in your frozen time, I assume you want to talk. Ryan threw the bag of flour at his face. Invisible, he stood in silence, the paper bag falling off his helmet and falling to the ground. That was immature, the assassin said. Well, he killed Ryan twice. The courier had the right to be a little petty. Don't blame me if I keep my weapon drawn, Ryan said. You've been assassinating a lot of people recently. Killing you is still very much on the table. You and Il Migliore have nothing to fear from us. Our current targets are the Augusti and the Meta. Oh, then I assume you must have hacked into Dynamis by accident? Only to root out the infiltrators in your company, the genome scoffed. To be honest, I'm surprised you even managed to track me down. I was careful. Ryan wasn't in the mood to entertain him. Why did you kill Zanbato and his fellow at the dock? Is that anger in your voice? Your concern surprises me. As far as I know, the two of you haven't met at all. Maybe I did. And maybe so far, I didn't see anything that justified killing him. Hell, he's pretty low in the hierarchy. Do you know what they're shipping at the docks? Candies? Chemicals destined to the Augusti Fortress Lab on Ischia Island, which produces bliss. The drug is then shipped through boats and submarines to local distributors all over Europe. A drug which is incredibly addictive, and the Augusti uses to subvert communities, even as they struggle to recover from the war. Your point? No matter how friendly neighborhood gangster publicity, the Augusti do far more harm than good. And even if he killed no one personally, by protecting that shipment, Zanbato indirectly supported an organization killing almost 20,000 people a year. So if I understand right, you will reduce violence by committing violence? On some level, the vigilante seemed to recognize the hypocrisy involved, but he hung back in his chair. I don't like it, he admitted. I don't. I would prefer to talk it out or put the criminals in jails. No matter what people say, you never get used to killing. Even my own teammates frown on what I'm doing. Ryan wondered if the whole carnival operation had infiltrated the city or if it was just this Shroud as the vanguard. The genome suspected that he wasn't the only operative in New Rome. He could have done so much alone. I smell a butt? But the situation has degraded to the point the things will only get worse if we do nothing. The Augusti Capos can attempt to murder someone in broad daylight and walk out with a pat on the back. There is no government to keep them in jail, and Dynamis is too afraid of the Augusti to take action. Daniel, how's it going, man? Augustus may call himself a god, but he is only a man, and an aging one. He cannot peddle his drug in the street or extract tribute alone. He needs infrastructure, soldiers, and money. Take away his subjects, and a king is simply a man wearing a crown. We can't defeat Augustus, but we can destroy the Augusti. Daniel, Godzilla, how's it going, guys? Why now, though? Ryan asked. Things have been somewhat peaceful, and the Augusti sits on their ass. Why act now? You must have seen it already. There's a war brewing between the city's factions, a disaster that might spark a new round of genome wars. Ah, so you're pursuing your perfect run. Perfect run? Much to Ryan's delight, Shroud seemed to understand the reference. You could say that, but there's no perfect ending, Quicksave. Only the best for some people. How could it be that the only person who understood video game slang was the guy who had killed him? God damn it, there is no justice in this world. And if there is no murderous alternative to bring down the Augusti? And if there is a non-murderous alternative to bringing down the Augusti? Oh, do you have one? Because I'm drawing a goddamn blank. Not this time, Ryan replied, but I will find it, I promise. Haven't continued TPR, I got addicted on Shadow Slave? Ah, nice. The perfect run, is that a perfect run reference? True. Chapter 98? Holy fuck. You're almost done. Shroud observed him in silence. To his credit, he seemed open to the idea. Well, in the unlikely case you do find a way to cripple the Augusti without killing anyone, then yes, I will take it. Good, at least he wasn't some Punisher immune to diplomacy attempts. Otherwise, I will ask you not to reveal the existence of this place or my presence in New Rome, the Vigilante explained. We have nothing against you or Il Migliore. In fact, I'd be happy to cooperate towards making New Rome a better place once your team is purged of its saboteurs. Though, if you switch sides to the Augusti or the Meta, expect us to come to blows. You are simply too powerful a genome not to be taken out early. I don't know whether to be flattered or angry. You considered joining them? The genome asked. Nah, Ryan lied. You would never join the Meta. But still. I wonder why you're okay with hitting the Augusti and not Dynamis. In spite of their faults, Dynamis does try to rebuild a somewhat functional society, Shroud admitted. The company has systemic corruption, as the Rusttown can attest, but it is a stabilizing force in Europe, and it can be reformed once Hector Manada retires. I can't say the same for the Augusti. Let's not even talk about the Meta. Thank you, by the way. For what? For saving that orphanage. I was only informed of the attack after it was over, or else I would have made it in time. I didn't expect you to turn your powers to a positive, but I'm glad you did. Frankly, I worry that you might follow in Bloodstream's footsteps or hunt us down in revenge. He was sick, and his death was a mercy. It's separating me from Len that I can't forgive. Ryan pressed his gun to the man's helmet. You know where she is? I do. I mapped every faction in this city before starting the operation. Although in her case, problem isn't knowing where she is, but reaching it. Where is she? She never contacted you. In all these years. She couldn't. She didn't know I lived because of you guys. You were never exactly subtle in your stunts, nor shy about spreading your name. I don't believe for a second she didn't know where you were over the past 4 years. What are you implying? That's obvious. That she never contacted you because she didn't want to. I think even you know that. You know nothing. He considered what to do. The Carnival was clearly operating in New Rome as a fourth faction. They were the hidden route. However, his focus was on finding Len, and he had already seen a path to her. The assassin was the biggest hurdle towards reaching her, and now he knew how to defuse the situation. He could see it already. The perfect run to Len. When will you do another gaming stream? We can whenever, Daniel. If you guys want to do, like, I know Ramiro mentioned a game. Fuck, I can't remember the name. If you guys want me to do that, like, I can't do it tomorrow, but like Thursday or Friday or whatever, we can do that. If you want me to figure out how to stream Ghost of Yotei, I'm sure I can figure something out. Although I don't know if it'll necessarily be with face cam or stuff, because I don't know how that would work, but we could definitely do that too, because I'm playing that and I fucking love it. Oh, I love Ghost of Tsushima so much, and so far the Ghost of Yotei is good too. Have you heard of Outer Wilds? I have heard of it, Bug. I've never played it, but I have heard of it, of course. Outer Wilds. Beep, beep. You were followed. Ryan blinked. Huh? You were followed, Ryan said, glancing at the window. He could see liquid dropping down, not water. Acid. It's a fantastic game, top 3. How long is it, Bug? Impossible. He had been careful. Unless... The DNA tracker. He should have known. An explosion echoed outside, telling Ryan that Atom Cat was probably fighting for his life. Without a word, Shroud turned invisible, all the flour in his armor falling to the side of the desk. He must have altered the glass to shrug it off. Ryan raised his weapon and prepared to rush through the door, when he heard a loud noise above him. Something was on the roof. Without warning, a wire tentacle broke through the garage's ceiling and aimed for Ryan's face. Depends on how quickly you do puzzles, 20-ish. So then I'll add 50% just in case, because I don't generally do a lot of puzzle games or anything, but we can add like 30 hours. So that'd be like 10 3-hour streams or something. That's not that bad. If you guys want to, we can do that. I can I'll do a poll in the Discord later. I wouldn't mind. Ryan dived through the servers, dodging flailing wires while the rain glass shattered around him. Outside, someone had opened fire in the garage. Definitely need heavy moderation, though. Really? Oh, I guess puzzle answers and stuff. No, I would prefer not to. That way I can cheat when I need to. Trust me. I'm doing 30 with some generous cheating, okay? If I don't cheat, we're gonna be here forever. If it's the paparazzi, the courier complained, here's my autograph. Raising his coil gun to the ceiling and opening fire. Projectiles going through the roof while glass shattered, forming flying walls to cover the holes in the ceiling. However, the acid rain quickly corroded them. The monstrous mass of wires stood on the roof, its malevolent eyes glaring at the courier through one of the remaining openings. Just trust me on this? Fuck. Alright. Are you brain dead, Sai? Ryan asked. I told you, Psyshock replied. I heal. Oh, good. That means I get to kill you twice. Ryan always saw the bright side of everything. The courier wondered who helped Psycho with his plastic surgery, though. The skull's shape had been changed slightly, turning slimmer, either the telepath had improper regeneration, or had a different power set than the courier thought. You know what? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna confirm. I'm just gonna ask my mom to make... I think she's making food. I'm just gonna tell her to make food for me. I'll eat after stream. Just give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back, okay? And that's the wrong chat on there. Love that. Thank you. All right, we're back. Thank you for that. Okay. The courier wondered. Nope, already. Also, his body had been recovered by Dynamis for study. How did he escape so quickly? Something didn't add up. Psyshock moved his head out of sight before Ryan froze time, making it difficult for the courier to aim at the mutant's only vital area. That is indeed the wrong one. You're right. Thank you, Luvian. Old instincts. It didn't help that Psycho's backup kept firing from the outside, providing suppressing fire. The invisible jackass created glass walls the best he could to keep the rain out of and the Psycho out, but it didn't last long. Psyshock moved his head out of sight before Ryan froze time, making it difficult for the courier, deciding that he would rather risk the acid rain than Psyshock's brain jacking. The courier shot a few projectiles at the ceiling, dodged the frozen bullets, and rushed outside. Toxic clouds had overtaken the skies as far as he could see, unleashing an acid downpour on the ship graveyard and corroding the metal husks. A large part of the area had gone up in smoke, probably Atom Cat's doing. Ryan hoped that the kitty could hold his own against whatever allies Psyshock had brought. Two mechanical hounds were the source of the gunfire, one standing atop an Airbus husk and the other on the ground. They had the shape of dogs, except with glass visors for eyes, a mechanical gun mounted on their back, and an ammo compartment on the bellies. Dynamis probably used these drones to support private security, and Ryan wondered if the meta somehow hacked them. When time resumed, the courier sensed the acid rain on his clothes, eating at his hat and masks. Ryan's clothes provided him little protection from acid and had already begun to dissolve. Since he didn't know of any natural acid with these properties, the courier guessed it was a unique chemical, probably from an orange genome. With a few minutes without cover, and he'd look like a hunk of cheese. Get a haircut. I do need to get a haircut. I'm gonna probably go after work tomorrow. I need to get a haircut. You're right. I was gonna grow my hair out, and then like a couple days ago, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't like it. It's just my hair is too thick. It's too much effort to have it be long. Ugh. Meanwhile, the drones opened fire on Ryan, who'd retaliated by targeting one of the ship's husk. The projectiles, faster and more powerful than normal bullets, went through the Robohound's face and came out of its ass. The other leapt forward, firing at will. Ryan whistled, his car rushing out of the smoke and towards his location. The acid rain had consumed its windows and damaged the paint, much to the courier's horror. Still, the machine hound couldn't dodge Ryan's shots and the car. The Plymouth hit it like a deer in headlights, smashing it to pieces. "Cat!" Ryan shouted, rushing to his car. "Cat!" A chill went down his spine as one of the raindrops suddenly transformed into a grenade. Ryan barely had the time to backtrack before his wonderful Plymouth exploded. "My car! Not again!" "Caught you, thief!" A woman appeared in front of the courier, unaffected by the rain. Her skin was bleached white, and her golden hair was cut short, and her eyes a bloodshot shade of crimson. She wore a sleeveless white shirt and tight shorts. Ryan might have called her attractive, if not for the crazy in her eyes. And she also carried a bloody butcher knife. "Acid rain, I suppose?" Ryan asked, before activating his time stop. As he did so, he felt the same tension ran through his spine. When he entered frozen time, everything was tainted by a violet hue, but the woman had vanished. Did she teleport? Pain ran through his body as the acid waters managed to eat away at his clothes and reach his skin. While furious about his car, the courier decided to retreat to the shadow of a ship husk to get protection. The second time resumed, once again, a wave of tension went down his spine as Ryan let out a cough, as a butcher knife found its way to his hand, cutting his fingers and causing him to drop his coil gun. Blood flowing through his hand. "You can sense it too," Acid Rain chuckled. "The purple world." Acid Rain kind of it is a basic name, but it is good. Why don't we get like Dark Side of the Universe was amazing. Uh-oh. That place between two moments and two angles. Paradise. It's so wonderful. My brain shines with its beauties. "Okay, lady, I'm done here," Ryan said, looking inside his trench coat for the atom bomb. He barely had the time to bring it out of storage when the nimble killer teleported in front of him, kicking the bomb away. She immediately vanished before the courier could return the favor. But she reappeared and fled. Ryan sensed. He couldn't quite describe it. A gut feeling, a similar feeling as when his own powers were activated. Not only could she summon acid rain, she could switch places with the rain, giving her an impressive teleportation range. A violet genome coupled with an orange, a power, one who drew her powers from the same source as Ryan's. Their powers interfered with one another, enough that they could sense each other's activation. The problem was that the courier only needed a thought to activate his time stop. It took a fraction of a second to take effect. If she could sense it, Acid Rain had a short window to react. Not only were her reflexes superhuman, but her powers also took action faster than his own. Ryan guessed it made sense. His time stop affected the entire universe, while her teleportation was only a short radius. Ryan found a counter. "Gee, this city has a huge balance problem," he complained before taking cover under the husk. He should have expected the Meta to send a heavy hitter after considering all the headaches he had given them. But damn it, that girl hit hard. Cat! Where are you? He couldn't hear anything with the downpour, nor see much. I got him first, Acid Rain laughed, reappearing atop the Airbus. She had a clear line of sight to Ryan, gutted him like a fish, chin to ass. She opened fire at Ryan, forcing the courier to duck. He attempted to target her with a well-placed thrown knife to the face, but she teleported away. Send me there, the madwoman snarled upon reappearing on the ground near Ryan. Send me there, you thief! You think you can keep it all for yourself, you miserable punk? You think you can take this beautiful world from me, you selfish brat? You're violating my rights! What the fuck is going on here? Ryan stopped time for a second. The woman vanished before the effect halted. He immediately stopped the effect, deciding to stick to it in short bursts as defense. The woman reappeared, aiming for his chest, but this time he expected it. He managed to dodge. Ryan grazed her left shoulder with his knife, barely missing the neck. Showing extreme nimbleness rivaling his own, she backflipped to safety. Ryan examined his wound because she managed to stick him in the stomach. Realizing he couldn't remove the blade without bleeding out, the situation wasn't good. He only had one hand left, and he took more damage than she did. To add insult to injury, the acid raindrop seemed to be avoiding hitting her body. Aw, Acid Rain said, it's so warm, as she licked her own wound. She liked getting hurt. My compliments to the chef, Ryan said. May I suggest some fava beans with your drink? I'll kill you for this, she snarled. Oh yes, you will squeal. I'll knife you until you squeal, little piggy. Excuse me? Goddamn. Little piggy is crazy work. I want you to know this, the courier said, as he, Wait. She immediately disappeared from Ryan's line of sight as he activated his time stop, perhaps returning to his safe house to grab weapons. The courier didn't mind dying now, since his perfect run towards Len would require an Augusti loop, but he would rather perish with dignity than die to this discount joker. Ryan searched inside his trench coat and brought out the plushie. It felt so tiny in his hand. I want you to know this, the courier said. Trying to flip the hidden switch on the plushie's back, you forced me to do this. You forced me to... Another metal signal followed, and a grenade appeared in front of him. Two words came to his mind. Meep, meep. Ryan's vision turned white, his hearing went deaf, and his back hit the ground. He felt the plushie slip through his fingers. When he regained his sense of sight, his ears started to make sense of words again. He laid helpless on his back, bleeding out. Acid Rain towering over him like the angel of death. I'm gonna knife you to death, she said. Then I'm gonna get inside your bowels. I'm sure you keep the map to the purple world there. Yes, you thief, I know that. Your intestines look so tender and beautiful. The woman had some serious issues. Ryan sighed as he tried to come up with famous last words when Acid Rain glanced away. Who are you? Another thief? A stream of pressurized water hit the psycho, who teleported away. Ryan frowned in confusion. Something big had just emerged. Although Ryan's vision was starting to blur, he could see it approach, a towering figure of bronze alloy, carrying some kind of flamethrower. The figure seemed like a mix between a diver suit and advanced armor. Smaller than Vulcan's, yet as thick as a tank and painted crimson. Len. Its helmet's single opening projected light like a lighthouse. His eyes widened. Len? The Iron Giant didn't answer, but although the courier couldn't see the person due to the White House visor, he immediately recognized her posture, the way she moved, the way she carried her weapons. It was her. She was out of jail and free. Maybe she'd always been there, watching him. Mine! Acid Rain snarled, quickly teleporting. Mine, mine, mine! I'm filled with disdain! Disdain and fury! Len, don't. Get away, Ryan pleaded. Too late. When acid rain ended her teleportation, she replaced multiple raindrops with grenades. A rain of bombs fell upon the duo, enough to wipe out an entire city block. Ryan activated a time stop in a hurry, trying to drag Len away, but his body collapsed under the strain of injuries. Len. Time resumed, and this crazy loop had ended. May 8th, 2020, for the 7th time? 8th? Ryan had lost count, though, like always, he opened the day by ramming his car into Ghoul's back. You guys, Ryan sighed, climbing down from his car. You guys are real assholes, you know that? I hope you do. But since they insisted on making his life difficult, he would return the favor tenfold. I'm calling security, Renesco complained. Ghoul was trying to get back on his feet, dizzied. Calm and hopeful after seeing Len again, Ryan grabbed the Fisty brothers and put the gloves on. But I am an optimist, and since this should be my perfect run, we can let bygones be bygones, right? Start anew, play tennis, be friends. Do you want to be my friend, Ghoul? Who the fuck are you? Ryan sucker punched him in his stomach, the Psycho falling to his knees. I think we'll do it the anime. Ryan grabbed Ghoul by his hair with the Fisty brothers and brought it close to his own. The Psycho's eyes widened. I beat you up. You will develop Stockholm Syndrome, and then you will be my Robin, Quicksave, and Ghoul Wonder. We're going to have merchandise, comics, TV shows, sitcoms, endless derivatives, everything that makes life worth living. Everyone looked at Ryan as if he was insane. We'll have our faces on fast food, McDonald's, KFC, Burger King. We'll get Happy Meals. Ghoul, free Happy Meals. It's a whole new franchise. He's actually just out of his fucking mind. What a bright day. As Ryan drove towards the ship graveyard and Shroud's warehouse, he felt utterly happy with himself. The courier had the intuition that everything would turn out well for him this time. Brother, we've got 110 chapters left. Nothing's turning out okay. Let's be really clear. I feel like you're my lucky charm, my friend, Orion said. Like a rabbit's foot or a four-leaf clover. I should have kept you long ago. The Psycho's bodiless skull glared at him, hung on the rear-view mirror by a rope. He's keeping his head? Surprisingly, it cost Ryan less money to convince private security to keep the Psycho for himself than imprisoning it. He guessed it cost more to feed the prisoner than just to ignore it. Like all loops, Wyvern visited him, although she sounded a bit less enthusiastic for some ghoulish reason. She had also insisted he deliver Ghoul for safekeeping as a sign of trust and for his own safety. Vulcan followed with her own recruitment pitch, firmly putting him on the Augusti path. So far, so good. Ryan stopped in front of the warehouse, grabbed Ghoul with Fisty, and then stepped out of the car. I will kill you, Ghoul snarled. I'll kill you, I swear. He never finished his sentence, as Ryan started juggling the skull while whistling. He looked through the warehouse window, seeing neither the sewers nor the friendly neighborhood assassin. If he didn't have absolute trust in his powers, the courier might have mistook the events of the previous loop for a feverish dream. Instead of breaking in, Ryan knocked on the door, his Ghoul's nauseous skull under his arm. Hey, can you let me in? I have a car problem, Ryan shouted. Shroudy repair? Shroudy replace? He waited a full minute before the door finally opened, revealing the glass man. How did you know? I'm alone, my carnival friend. Except Ghoul Wonder here, but it's a package deal, like Dresden Bob or Laurel and Hardy. Get in, Ryan walked inside, Shroud closing the door behind him. Bye, Daniel. No worries, man. Appreciate you popping by, buddy. The genome remained fully visible this time, perhaps believing the courier didn't know about his trick. He sat in his chair, the screens of his many computers showing a map of New Rome and multiple new locations marked. Quick save, how did you know? Shroud asked. You don't ask a magician to reveal his tricks. Ryan replied, glancing at his cup, like this one. Tea. He shook Ghoul's head in front of the teacup until the skull let out a puff of white mist, turning the liquid cold. Iced tea. A true genius, Shroud replied. He also works with fridges. It's eco-friendly. I will kill you, you maniac, growled Snarl. I will kill you. You deserve the pain, asshole, the glass manipulator replied. You killed at least 17 people, according to my files. Only 17? I killed hundreds! He sounded proud of this. You would think Ghoul would know better than to brag about his body count while in his present state, but nope. Shroud observed the psycho with cold disdain before turning to Ryan. What do you want me to do with him? Why, interrogate him, of course. Isn't that right, Skellington? You'll tell us all you know about this big bad bunker that your boss wants. A bunker? Fuck you, Quick Save! Fuck you! Shut up, slave, Ryan replied. You slapped me! Ryan slapped him again, and the psycho glared at him with fury and humiliation. All you do to me, Adam, will do worse. Oh, really? Accepting the challenge, Shroud separated a glass shard from his armor, reshaping it into a thin needle. The object floated away in front of the psycho's skull, lining itself with his left eye. If you don't tell me everything, this needle will work its way into your eye, and then your brain, slowly and painfully. And I will work on the other. I've survived decapitation, bitch, Ghoul replied. Ryan sighed, putting his hand on Shroud's shoulders. What? You believe he doesn't deserve it? I know you want to play Jack Bauer, but that's not how you torture a psycho, Ryan replied, searching inside his trench coat while putting the undead skull in a corner. Ghoul's eyes changed from confident to mesmerized as the courier revealed a green potion. The Hercules knockoff elixir made of dynamis. The skull tried to reach it with his teeth, but obviously he couldn't. You like it? I bought it this morning. It grants superhuman strength and stamina. I heard it's like drink... Jesus, I'm not reading that. Give it to me, Ghoul snarled, his junkie addiction taking over. Give it to me, damn it! It's contraindicted for quadriplegics. I guess I will have to flush it down the toilet. You monster! You wouldn't! You know how much they cost? What did they cost? The courier exploded into laughter. It made him laugh even more as Ghoul was chilled to the bone. The glassman looking at the scene in disturbed silence. Life isn't about money, it's about having fun. You have to stop him, Ghoul snarled. Glassman, stop him! He's insane! He'll do it! I don't think I can stop him unless you tell us, Shroud replied. I barely have any control as it is. Ryan opened the bottle, letting Ghoul smell it, before tilting it sideways, some product falling to the ground. Stop! Stop! There's a place near the junkyard! A place! A place? Shroud asked. Not enough. A bunker! Before under the trash tower. It's full of robots and laser turrets. They shoot genomes on sight. We came to New Rome for it. This time, Ryan stopped spilling the elixir. Ghoul finally let out a deep breath of relief. What's in the bunker? Shroud asked. Adam won't tell us. He only told a few. He doesn't want word getting out. So you throw yourself at a fortified place without knowing what's inside? Forgive me if I find that sketchy. Adam knows best, Ghoul replied. He always does, and he's obsessed with it. He says it's the future. The future. The automated defenses sense genomes, and we lost a few people to them. So Adam decided to send normies. Another question, then. How about the sweet supply of elixir you psychos are high on? I don't know, okay? Psyshock handles it for Adam. They distribute knockoff elixirs regularly. As long as we play by the rules, or if we disobey, we get cut off. It'd be impossible to generate a new supply of genuine elixirs considering the rarity, Shroud mused. Do they come from Dynamis? If they're knockoffs, I would assume so. Are you deaf? I told you! I don't fucking know, okay? I don't give a fuck where it comes from as long as it keeps coming. Ryan turned to the glassman. See? That's worrying. I will grant you that, Shroud replied. I'll look into it. Can I keep Ghoul for the time being? Sure. I have the rest of his body in cold storage in my trunk, Ryan chuckled. Though I would like it if you kept me updated on your progress. I promised someone I would get the meta out of Rusttown, and I will follow through. Shroud tilted his head to the side. Meanwhile, Gruul grew even more agitated. Give it to me now! Give it! Give it! No arms, no elixir. Gruul let out a snarl of pain and anger, which warmed the courier's heart. Hope is like breakfast eggs, he told Shroud. You can't start the day without crushing them. Ah, that's so mean. No worries there. Appreciate you popping by, buddy. Why are you giving me this information? What do you want? A Shroud asked. Where's Len? That makes no sense. That question, that whole situation makes no sense. What do you mean? I think it should be clear enough. It is clear, but you shouldn't... Is your power truly stopping time? I always wondered why you called yourself Quick Save. You seem so lucky, as if you always know how things will work out. As if the world itself bends to your whims. You're fucking insane, clearly. But somehow, you always leave everything okay. You knew where I was without any hints, and that the Psycho's intel would interest me. Oh, please, go on. You're not stopping time. Instead, I think you peek into various timelines, then pick the one that favors you and overwrite the current one. Advanced reality manipulation. It just looks like time stop from the outside. Ryan listened to his ramblings. It was a plausible theory, as far as Violet genomes went. Though Shroud made the error of believing Ryan only had one power, instead of one power having multiple applications. So am I right? The Vigilante asked. Who knows, but if you are, you really should listen to my words. Also, bet on the T-Rex tonight, and the orange is in the henhouse. The orange is in the henhouse? If you remember these words, then you'll be safe. This confused the genome greatly, much to Ryan's amusement. While he mentally pondered, the genome turned towards his keyboard and started typing. A map of the West and the Tyrian Sea appeared. Shroud put his finger on a spot. She's here. The Vavilov Basin, Ryan mused? The deepest part of the Tyrian Basin. The Underdiver, as she calls herself now, has an undersea base somewhere there, 3 kilometers under the surface. The Undersea Communist Utopia. You think this is the new Kremlin? Shroud asked. She is Marxist-Leninist, Ryan replied. How do I get in? I don't know. Even with diver equipment, the place is full of mutant fish and other hazards. I didn't look much into it. Besides, since supplying and repairing their shipping submarines, she isn't involved with the Augusti. Wow, you actually told me everything? Yeah, and? Shroud asked. If Ryan knew, it'd be so easy. Instead of having to attack a movie studio or following a seminar, you'd have done this ages ago. I hope you aren't planning on doing anything harmful with that information, Courier said. Because if you intend to do anything to her, we have a problem. My only target are the Augusti and Meta, Shroud replied, although I suspect you know that. If I targeted every private contractor in the city, half of New Rome would be wiped out. And if she finances an orphanage in Rusttown, she ships them food in every week. I won't attack someone trying to help such people. Ryan froze. The Meta Gang intends to attack that place soon. Why? You heard them bones. They need normies to get in the bunker. Apparently, some places are too big for adults to crawl into. So you can peek into alternate timelines, Shroud said. You're a pseudo-precog. And you help me because this is the optimal scenario. Don't get cocky, Windshield. I'll take care of the orphanage. As for reaching your friend, I can't help. The only person who remains in contact with her is Vulcan. I don't think that'll be necessary, but thank you. Finally, a moment of truth. You see, I've received an offer from both Wyvern and Vulcan. Continue. I want you to stop your explosive assassination spree on the Augusti. And why would I do that? Because if I infiltrate the Augusti on your behalf, I don't want to get blown up. You know that they have a truth teller? Luigi is my problem, Ryan replied. What you want is to cripple the Augusti, right? Not cripple, destroy it. Which can be done without killing anyone. Most of their revenue comes from bliss. Not all of it. They do everything. Prostitution, gambling, weapons trafficking, booze. But yes, bliss is the cornerstone of their business. And correct me if I'm wrong, all the bliss comes from their island super lab? Yes. I don't know why, but they only produce it there. Maybe they need a specific genome or environmental conditions. Well then that's it. I'll destroy the lab for you and cripple their business. Assuming you succeed, which might be plausible, you want me to do what? Ignore the criminal syndicate killing people every day? You don't attack the Augusti, especially Zanbato, Chitter, or Sphere. You may have included Luigi in the group, but Ryan didn't like him that much. And obviously, don't go after me. Crippling their bliss supply won't be enough to destroy the organization, Shroud replied. It'll weaken them, certainly, but we want to destroy them altogether. Yes, but if an assassin targets them, the Augusti will be on edge and increase security around the lab. If they get no early warning and focus entirely on the meta... The courier let the sentence hang while Shroud joined his hands to ponder the offer. Frankly, he had everything to gain in this arrangement. The Augusti and Meta would kill each other without having to risk discovery, and he would have an agent inside supplying him with info about the Augusti. 3 weeks, the vigilante said. You have 3 weeks to destroy that lab. Afterwards, the matter will be out of my hands. And whose hands will it be in then? Well, hopefully Ryan would have met Len by then, so it wouldn't be his problem. He didn't care if the Augusti and Carnival fought, as long as he completed his own perfect run. He might even make another loop just by bypassing anything compromising to the glass manipulator. Don't bother coming back. I will contact you, Shroud said. I'll keep you informed of the meta investigation, and will return the favor as far as the Augusti are concerned. If you tell anyone I exist, I will learn of it, and the deal is off. Deal, Ryan said. Don't take it personally when I say I hope we never meet again. We both know that ain't happening. Ryan turned away, reaching the door and opened it. Quick save? Shroud called him. I wish you luck for everything. You're doing good in this world. Don't forget that. Ryan waved his hand without turning back and closed the door. Looking at the sea beyond where Len awaited him, finally, his perfect path was clear. Good, okay. Now we know. Okay, we at least know where Len is now. This is good. Okay, maybe we can... Listen, I don't think we're gonna... I think this is gonna be, though... I think this whole thing is gonna be about this exact scenario. I think so. Four years ago, Len Sabino woke up on a mattress. The room cold and chill. Water leaked from the wood ceiling and rain hitting the window. Thunder echoed in the distance, the storm getting closer. In spite of the noise, Ryan was soundly asleep next to her. Hey Riri, you sleeping? She whispered, but the boy didn't wake up. Ryan was kind of cute when he slept, and completely in denial about snoring. Len remembered the day she and her dad had found him. Amidst the rubble of the village destroyed by marauders, he had hidden in the basement, while his whole community died, their livestock taken. If she hadn't scavenged his house for supplies, they might have never met. They stuck together for years, never far from each other, surviving wars, dad's rampages, marauders, and genomes, always together. They were siblings in all but name. Though she wished they could be more, even if she was too shy to say it, she never had a boyfriend. She never really understood how these things worked. If only he would make the first move. Len glanced around the room. It used to be some kind of hunting lodge near the Alps, a silent house of wood on a steep hillside. The locals must have abandoned it a few years ago. We already did Marauder a long time ago, yeah. The locals must have abandoned it a few years ago, either chased away by marauders or moving towards the rebuilding new cities. Everyone spoke of New Rome, wherever she managed to find someone. When Ryan wouldn't wake up, Len left the bed and searched the room. Her companion had left his pants on the chair, and while it wasn't nice, the girl looked into his pockets. The blue elixir seemed to shine as lightning fell right outside the bedroom. It had been weeks since they left Venice, and so far Dad hadn't noticed the potions. He had left the kids alone 3 days ago to scavenge nearby. She hoped he wouldn't kill anyone this time. Len knew her father would be back. Ryan wished he didn't. He feared Dad. Hated him. Len understood. Dad was difficult. He was drinking too much after Mom left them for another family. But he always did his best to raise Len and her brother. When Cesare died during the bombing, something broke inside Dad. The elixirs had been the last straw that broke the camel's back, making him take out his pain on others. But in spite of all that, he was still her father. Len observed the potion in a mix of fear and hope. He knew how Dad might react once she drank it, but blue elixirs make people smart. Geniuses. Mechron drank one, and he invented killer robots and orbital lasers. If it gave her smart power, perhaps she could cure her dad, make him normal. Be a real family again. Len hesitated, glanced at Ryan, then moved to another room. The garage. The place was in complete chaos. A storage area where the previous inhabitants put everything they got their hands on. Books, car parts, tools, lamps, even an old fridge. All out of use. It had a workshop, perhaps used to skin hunted animals. Since electricity no longer worked, Len lit up a candle to provide some warmth and see a little better. She sat beside the workbench and examined the elixir. The receptacle provided no notice, no information beside its helix symbol. It'd be a leap into the unknown. A direct injection scared her, so she decided to ingest it directly. She had seen Dad do it, so it should work. Len removed the syringe and drank the potion whole. The substance tasted unlike anything she had ever tasted before. The texture of salt water with alien flavors. Neither salty nor sweet, nor acid nor bitter. It had no natural components at all. More strangely, the substance fused with her flesh as she drank it. The elixir vanished before it could move into her stomach, and went straight into her bloodstream, bypassing the normal digestion process. In the span of a few seconds, she had swallowed it whole. You're going to the gym at 10 o'clock? I can't judge you for it. I've done way worse. Good for you. And then her mind caught fire. A maniac surge of divine inspiration possessed her. Len's ideas started flowing into Len's mind. Raw, pure information filled her brain like a torrent of water, breaking through a dam, expanding her neurons, changing her whole understanding of the universe. She couldn't move, her consciousness freezing as it struggled to compute an enormous mass of data. Her body went numb, a surge of blue energy phasing through her nerves, bones, and organs. It was brief, but intense. As the mutation continued, Len entered some kind of fugue state. The urge to create possessed her. Her power demanded to be used. It's a potion, devil. Think of it like a Sequence 9 potion. Like a baby wishing to be reborn into the world. As the blue light left her body, Len's hands grabbed the remains of the fridge, the tools, the washing machine, and everything within reach. She didn't know how long she would remain in that state, maybe minutes, maybe hours. During that period, nothing mattered. Not Dad, not Ryan, not the world. She just wanted to create. When the surge lessened and Len found herself, she transformed the fridge and random stuff into some kind of bulky bathysphere. She had somehow painted it red and even incorporated a hammer and a broken sickle into the final design. Oh, a hammer and sickle, cute. As she understood her power's nature, almost intuitively, it boiled down to one word. Water. Her power was all about water. How it worked, how to understand marine life, how to adapt land animals to survive below the waves. How to alter the ocean worldwide, how to make technology that resisted pressure, how to create devices capable of causing tsunamis. She knew what creature lived in the deepest abyss of the planet, how she could communicate with them. Her power provided her with all the information she needed. For Len, who had always loved the sea, it was almost a dream come true. It made her wonder if elixir granted powers based on the drinker's personality. But for all its wonders, her powers wouldn't help Dad. Yes and no, Devil. So it's not like you can take different potions to go up. It's as in like you can take one potion and that'll grant you a power of like a type. So like a blue potion will grant you like intelligence. So it'll make you really smart in some area. In her case, water. And then there's like violet, which our protagonist has. Violet potions will give you is it space-time powers. So it'll allow you to manipulate space-time in some sense. How it does, what powers it'll give you will be different to everyone. But then you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to take a stronger potion or whatever. If you take a second potion, you're almost certain to go insane or madness or whatever. Len. Len turned towards the door, Ryan stepping into the garage. Yellow is conceptual, orange... I don't know. Ryan, stepping into the garage in his pajamas, stared at the empty bottle. I had to, Len said. I had to. There was no condemnation in his gaze. Was it worth it? She felt his hands on her shoulder. She raised her head to look at Ryan. Hey, it's still beautiful. Now you can send fish to Siberia if they misbehave, Ryan said. That lame joke came out of nowhere, but it made Len laugh. You're horrible. I should send you to the gulag. Jesus Christ. We both know that's only a temporary solution. Seriously, though, Len smirked, we could travel. I can make a Nautilus from spare parts. They heard the door open outside. Len? Césaire? Bloodstream echoed. Where are you? We must go. Hide, Ryan said. You have to hide. Where? There's nowhere to hide. Len replied, we have to go. The homeless are revolting. They killed my clone, and... When Bloodstream entered the garage, leaving bloody footprints behind, Ryan moved in front of Len. The psycho observed his daughter. Len, what am I sensing? Dad, what am I sensing in your blood? You lied to me. You lied to your own father. This power isn't for you. It was for me. It was always supposed to be for me. Don't you understand, you stupid daughter? I took it for you, to protect you from this sick world. I know, the genius apologized. I know. It was her fault. If she'd been strong. If she'd just been strong enough, Dad wouldn't have had to take those potions and become a monster. Ever since your mother abandoned us, you were my responsibility. Mine. You must be punished. Dad, please. Don't touch her, Ryan said. Ryan tried to stop the psycho, but Bloodstream slapped him out of the way, sending the boy to the floor. His daughter closed her eyes and didn't resist, just waiting for the inevitable, but it never came. She opened her eyes, facing her father's featureless visage, his claws within an inch of his daughter's neck. Bloodstream trembling. No. Dad suddenly held his head in his hands. Not her. I can't. I can control it. Bloodstream walked away from the garage, his last embers of humanity struggling against his addiction. He vanished from the lodge, Len hearing him bang his head against a wall outside. Ryan had recovered from the slap. Len extended a hand to get him up to his feet. You okay? Yeah. You were brave. It was heroic. Instead of answering, he kissed her. Len gasped as he pulled her towards her without warning, his lips against hers, a kiss born of hunger. It felt good. They quickly broke the embrace as they heard Dad crawl back, putting space between them. I am well. I see clearly. Bloodstream seemed calmer. I see it clearly now. You're smart, Len. You're smarter now. You can make anything. Yes. No, I mean, I can't make anything, but I can make stuff. We will leave. People are after me. After us. They destroyed my clones and are closing in. You will make a sub and we will leave. It was getting harder and harder to find good places anyway. Leave where? Ryan asked. How about America? The land of opportunity. Hollywood. We will be stars there, like the Kardashians. That was insane, Len thought. They barely knew how things were in France, let alone America. I'll see, Dad. It's gonna be fine. Bloodstream said, we will always be together. Present day, silence and darkness, the bottom of the ocean was the most peaceful place on Earth. You could always hear sounds of some kind on the surface. The singing of, when was this made? 2019, I believe. The singing of birds, the wind on the grass, the horn of the cars. Here, in the deepest abyss of the sea, Len was alone with her thoughts. She liked it this way. Carrying a plasma torch, adapted for underwater pressure, and clad in, do you think they made it to America? I think that's where Bloodstream probably killed himself. I think he could survive, like, everything. But then he came to Hollywood, and he saw the drugs they were doing, and he went, like, damn, bro, I'm like a 4 out of 10 drug addict by American standards. This is amateur hour, and he just killed himself out of pity. I think he saw someone doing the fentanyl in Hollywood or something, and just decided to end it all. While she designed the place to be highly modular, with each house independent from others, any leak could cause a disaster. If it was to house life one day, it had to be perfect, safe from the horrors and the darkness outside. The antidepressants dulled Len's mind, making her numb after the initial manic rush, but her powers allowed her to focus. If anything, she only really felt happy while working. Using her powers filled Len with euphoria, provided her with a sense of purpose and direction. It must be night above the service, the genius thought. I wonder... Unable to suppress her curiosity, Len briefly activated her radio. Existence is subjective. Huh? Even now, hearing Ryan's voice startled her. Your question about whether I exist if you can roll back time. Len didn't recognize the voice, a new one. We can never know if we exist, so there's no objective truth to existence. You're still thinking it over? Yeah, it's disturbing. You get used to the uncertainty. No, you didn't. She couldn't. Len eavesdropped through Ryan's chrono radio for a while, then mutated it. She had watched him from afar the day after he reached New Rome. While he was close to the shores, the genius could have sworn he knew she was nearby, but it made her retreat beneath the waves. Ryan was looking for her. He had been for years. And she didn't know what to tell him. Oh, so maybe it's not her, so it wasn't her killing him. Damn, I thought that would have been so cool. Like, maybe she, for some reason, hated him or had some misinterpretation of how things went down that day. And she was just trying to kill him. She was like, fuck you. Ugh. And he's like, bro, I'm trying to find you. We're best friends. Whew. Alright guys, well, end stream there. I'm no stream tomorrow, but then we'll I don't know, maybe one on Thursday, and then finish Lord of the Mysteries on the weekend, man. Fuck, I'm actually sad about it. Fuck, that's so depressing. 7 months. All coming to an end. Alright, well, anyway, thanks everyone for coming. Have a great rest of your day or nights, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye, guys.